In the midst of devastation and debris, helping hands.
The only bridge to Barataria is impassable.
They're building a ferry system to get fire, ambulance, and law enforcement across.
Southeast Louisiana coming together. Neighbors helping neighbors in their own times of loss.
I'm overwhelmed by the way my community has just come together in such a beautiful way.
Glimmers of strength and hope, resilience and rebuilding.
If we can lend a helping hand, we're here to lend a helping hand.
Honestly, everybody's helping everybody. That's all we need.
These are the stories of Louisianians overcoming Ida.
We got your back. We just want you to know that help is on the way. Just keep your head up, stay prayerful. God is still good. Even in the midst of a disaster, God is still going to reign supreme.
Thank you for joining us for this WDSU special presentation, Overcoming Ida. It's been almost 2 weeks since Hurricane Ida made landfall from the North Shore to the South Shore to the river parishes and down the bayou. The message is the same. In true Louisiana fashion, we put aside our own hardships to help others.
That's what it's about. During this special half hour, we are going to be raising much needed money for Second Harvest Food Bank. It is an accredited member of Feeding America, and scrolling right there at the bottom of your screen, you are going to see ways you can help if you're able. So how do you cope when you are surrounded by destruction and you have no hope? Everyone else steps up.
I was asked to write a story of hope. What is hope? It's about the human spirit, the kindness of strangers. It's about compassion, about caring. It's about simple acts of doing good for others. It's about loving thy neighbor as thyself and reaching out and helping. When someone touches your heart, hope blooms. This is the time to step up and help if you are able. Give what you can to your favorite charity. A friend dropped off a bag of ice and it was so appreciated. This is the time to reflect on what is important. In the first dark hours after Katrina, huddled around a battery-operated radio, we learned of the failure of the levees. I thought my house is gone. And then I thought, my family is safe. I've known a lot of hurricanes. Betsy, Camille, Isaac, Laura, now Ida, to name a few. Laura is still raw a year later, but progress was made after each hurricane. Water to the rooftops in the 9th Ward during Betsy. The hurricane levee protection system was built as a result. Devastation of the Mississippi coast during the 24.5-foot storm surge of Camille. Homes and businesses were rebuilt. Jack Leary lived in Pass Christian during Camille, and he said the fabric of the community unraveled and only partially recovered before the 28-foot storm surge of Katrina. Our people are the essence of community. That's you, me, and all of us. Together, we can rebuild. Now, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's not going to be easy, and it's going to take a long time. After Katrina, I wondered if I could live anywhere else. I decided I couldn't. We are a unique people who celebrate tomatoes, andouille, oysters, po' boys, strawberries, alligators, oranges, wooden boats, the blues, soul, and all that jazz. Why would you want to live anywhere else? Here's hoping our celebrations of life return. We know our people are strong, and together we can rebuild our lives one day at a time.
Powerful words there. In the days after Hurricane Ida, tens of thousands of families found refuge a long way from home. Now, more and more people are returning with the resolve to rebuild. It is proof that the foundation of family is stronger, Margaret, than any storm.
Absolutely. And our own Jennifer Crockett reunited with the family we met during a high water rescue in Laplace. And today the Sims are still sticking together, saying what matters most will outlast Ida.
This is what neighborhoods in LaPlace look like the week after Ida. Trash piles and people, hot, heavy, hurting.
Lost Drive, those 9 occupants were transported by boat.
We got our first look at LaPlace 24 hours after Ida. Walking through the flood to join Louisiana Wildlife and Fisheries on high water rescues. Teams of volunteers and first responders pulled almost 1,000 people from the water the day after Ida's landfall, just here in St. John Parish. For me, there's one family I will never forget. A little girl in pigtails, a father waving goodbye. This week, we found the Sims home again.
We were so glad to see y'all come by to rescue us the day before it got too hot and crazy.
I met Myron and Quinna Sims and 4 of their kids on one of those rescue missions. Quinna, sick with coronavirus, had survived the storm in her attic. The whole family squeezed in there tight. She wore masks to try to shield them from the virus up there as the flood filled her home below.
Somehow we were surprisingly calm. I don't know, because I was sick and just wasn't registering. My son is in grad school in North Carolina and he was worried. And he hardly showed his emotions, but he finally admitted that he was crying because he didn't know. But he was just concerned that we would get more water than we did, and thank God we didn't.
The family forced to retreat back into the water after the storm passed.
It just got maybe about to our knees, so thank God for that, especially with the twins being so short. So thank God it did stop at some point.
They slept on a mattress, one island, untouched by the storm.
It was wet all around it, but on top was dry enough for us to sleep in it.
After our ride together to dry ground, a relative from Dallas drove the Sims north to comfort family, electricity, and food. But the journey away and now back again hasn't been easy.
Myron, what's been the hardest part so far?
Everything. It's just aggravating, you know. You're trying to keep your family safe, keep your family fed, and you know, it's long lines for this, long lines for that. You want to be home, but you know, it is what it is, and we just, thank God we just was all able to stay together.
What is next for you guys?
The rebuild.
Rebuild, a commitment to come back despite all they've gone through, together. Reporting in LaPlace, Jennifer Crockett, WDSU News.
Incredible storytelling there. In some areas hardest hit by Ida, rebuilding could take a very long time. That includes Grand Isle and Jefferson Parish. WDSU's Aubrey Killian shares the story of those who know the road ahead will be difficult, but they are still trying to find hope among the devastation.
This is what Grand Isle looked like when Hurricane Ida tore through. And this is what Grand Isle looks like today.
Being on the ground is totally different than aerial views. Seeing what we've seen as a family, all the grandkids.
For homeowners like Renee Ellender Anders, this damage is incomprehensible for her family.
It's just livelihood, your happy place. This is where we came to recreate. This is what you work for. It was to be here, and it's almost gone.
And Clement Santini agrees. This is your home.
Yeah.
Walk me through what we are looking at.
Like I said, this is the roof of that other camp. That's probably their walls. What's in front of my door is all their flooring, their structure. I mean, most of all my trees are knocked over. But beside that, some of the trees we lost. I said most of all this is not even mine, but we got a long road.
He's been a Grand Isle firefighter for more than 20 years. This is the worst damage he's ever seen. When you first came to Grand Isle and saw what it looked like, what was going through your heart at that moment?
Oh, it was bad. It was tough. It was tough. Because I wasn't sure what I was coming back to. Definitely.
This is a close community here in Grand Isle.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, the damage here in Grand Isle is widespread and catastrophic. This structure behind me, just one of them, gone and destroyed. Mayor Carmodell says every single structure here in Grand Isle saw some sort of damage.
But I can tell you one thing, I would say 80% of it is just destroyed. We don't have water from Lafitte to Grand Isle. There's no telling. But I can guarantee the people out there, on behalf of the council, myself, and the elected officials in Grand Isle and the fire department, all of us together working, and even the residents, we're going to make sure that we bring this island. And as long as there's one grain of sand to plant the American flag, we ain't going to West. I promise you. Yeah, it's hard when you're born and raised here.
There's no gas, electricity, or water. Conditions are so dangerous out here. Saturday was the last day for home and business owners to assess the damage.
Like these people who own these houses, that is their home to try to get back to. Now you think about that as emotion. Like a person who's trying to get back to their own home to stop the bleeding, to stop the rain from coming in where the roof is gone. Like that's emotion. That's a person who can't get here.
Parish leaders are asking for patience as they fight to rebuild.
Well, it's just the emotions for all of us. I mean, look, we fight each and every year to protect this paradise. Everybody calls it Sportsman's Paradise. It is Sportsman's Paradise. It's not going anywhere.
And while people here are salvaging anything that they can, a small sign of hope from Renee. Through all of this destruction, there is a glimmer of hope in your hands. Talk about it.
Yes, as I said, these are pictures. My husband and I were married right here on the beach.
And while we all try and recover from this disaster, locals here say it's important to remember to have faith and keep the spirit of Louisiana close to your heart.
If you're not from here, you have no idea of what this land means and how much it sits into your heart. And I mean, I love the Bayou Country. I love Grand Isle, and we will do any and everything we can to rebuild it because it is so worth it. And like I said, it gets inside your heart and in your soul, and it's your family, it's your roots.
Reporting in Grand Isle, I'm Aubrey Killian, WDSU News.
My son, who will be 9 in December, everything he's ever known, he lost.
St. Charles Parish is battered and bruised after Hurricane Ida moved through, but there is a story behind every piece of debris, how one community is rallying around a family in need.